Hey, social friends, how are you? Tiff Marshall here. How's everybody doing? When you come in, make sure you say hey, Tiff, so I can say hey back to you. That also applies to replay viewers. I am Tiff Marshall of So Social Consulting, always here to give you proven strategies to help you get the online exposure that you need and deserve. Typically, my tips are for faith based ministries and organizations, but um, these tips are general. So if you have a social media account for business purposes or nonprofit organization, this is for you. So come on in and hey, Tanya girl, hey, how are you? And if you're in the social crew, make sure you drop those for us. So this is part two. All right, this is part two. Part one, I gave you 4 tips on social media and customer service. So I'll quickly give you those 4, and then I'm going to give you 3 more now. All right. Hey, everybody, I see you coming in. So the first one, as it relates to social media and customer service, number 1 is to reply quickly. 2 is to answer people's questions. Make sure that you answer their questions. Don't send them on, a goose chase. 3, always be professional. And 4, set hours of operation. Like that discussion was so good. I won't even go to recap that. I'll probably just tag the links to that video in the caption, or make sure you follow me or like me on Facebook at Tiff Marshall. All right, so that I can give you, so that you can watch that for yourself, because that conversation was like GOOT, good. Hey, Chef Nina. Chef Nina is like the bomb, like for real. Like when she started getting her like delivering her franchises, like I'm gonna be like one of her top customers. And I think one thing I like about Chef Nina is she cooks with her daughter. I think that's so like fabulous for people to cook with their children. Hey, Timothy girl. Hey, girl. Hey. All right. So let's go to number 5. So we're talking about social media and customer service, because we know that customer service is a part of your brand. Customer service can make you, it can build you, or people say about you when they leave the room is very, very important. So you want to make sure that you are offering great customer service. And we all know that, there are some stores that we will go to, and there are some stores that we will avoid just because we know the customer experience. So in all of your getting and all of your selling, and all of your trying to boost your sales, all of your initiatives, you always want to make sure that you're trying to improve your customer service. I know that is something that I always do as well, working on it. So number 5 is to engage in community outreach and partnerships. So whenever there's a time that you can engage in a community service project or outreach project, that speaks well of your company, because that shows that you are giving back. Okay, that shows that you are giving back. So many times we just try to get, but without giving back. And especially if you're not meeting your sales goal, or if you are in a nonprofit, you may be thinking, well, people need to be giving to me. I saw my nonprofit for them to give to me. But let me tell you, when you start to connect with other organizations, other businesses, to do partnerships and collaborations, that speaks highly of you. And then that increases your brand recognition, because people see that you're doing more outside of your business. You're not just posting on social media. You're not just trying to be seen, but you're actually giving back to the community. And you never know who you're going to meet in your network because you are giving back. So community partnerships and collaboration are so important. And that's one hurdle I think that we have to get over. We have to be okay with working with other people. And let me tell you something. You don't have to like somebody all the way to do business with them or to do work with them, especially like a service project. This is not a, hey, you coming to the party, who all over there? This is not a who made the potato salad. Girl, I don't even know. It's not that kind of situation. Try to figure out how you can partner with other people to give back to the community. That's it. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a click thing, because it's brand recognition and you're giving back and you'll feel good about it. So that increases your customer service, because you are getting out from other people. They're getting to know who you are, and they're getting to know you out of the computer, outside of what you do or what they know on the computer. You're building the know, like, and trust factor in a different way. So look for different community partnerships and collaborations that give back to your community, that help. Like if you Or Chef Nina. If there is a girls organization or a girls home and they want to do cooking lessons with the girls, that'll be an awesome opportunity for her to lend her services, her skills to the organization, because oftentimes you never know what organizations are going to be there as well. The next one is you might want to consider having a separate email account or a different account altogether to handle customer service. Hey, Linez, how are you? So, for example, Twitter is one place that people go to air their grievances. Like if somebody had a bad shopping experience, they're going to tweet it directly to the company. And so what some companies do is they have their own support line. So it could be your own support email account. It could be a separate Twitter account, but you need to have a way that you can probably separate general inquiries versus customer service inquiries. If your business hasn't grown to that capacity yet, you may still want to consider that in the long haul. Okay. But for me, I have 2 emails for my company. I have my regular email and then I have an Exo social email so that we can gear those questions, those concerns, those kudos, to that particular email because it's easier to follow back up with those people. Like I don't like a busy email. Like I have probably 5 emails, but each one has its own purpose. So you have to, if you don't have a separate email account, if you don't want to set up a separate email account, if you don't, if you're not at the capacity to create like a separate Twitter or a separate, for your questions and concerns and people's, problems with your company or your service, think of how you can make sure that you can organize that system so that they can contact you and you can contact them back. And you have to have a system. So even if they say, hey, I ordered my glasses from you, they're broken. Or I ordered my lipstick from you and the color is not the same as it was on the computer. You need to have a way to funnel those people offline, because you don't want them talking about how bad your product is online. So it could be, hey, we're so sorry about that. Please inbox me or please send us an email and so forth. So if they send you an email, you can quickly follow back up with them because the last thing that you want is an upset customer for a long period of time. Okay, so that's tip number 6. Have a separate email account or a Twitter account where you just funnel those people through. Okay, if you have not grown to the capacity, and if you are, listen, let me just be honest. If you already have an issue with posting consistently, don't start on new accounts. Hey, Amanda, thank you so much. Hey, Tiara, thank you. If you're already having issue with maintaining your social media accounts, don't go start a new account. Okay, don't do that. But have a system to funnel those people. Because here's what happens. When somebody has a problem with whatever, let's just say a customer issue, you want to follow up with them quickly. You want to get them to your email, right? You want them to email you, and then you need to follow up. You need to schedule a follow-up email, call, or whatever with that person within a week. Like you don't just like throw them away. You need to follow up with those people. So have a system. And my next tip, hey, my real tabernacle life here. What's that, Tisha? I'm a part of Real Life Tabernacle, y'all. It's our Facebook little group. And next one is praise yourself. So no one knows the excellent work that you do other than you. So if you get a testimonial, feel free to share that testimonial. If someone sent you a text message, I don't think we do that enough. I know that I don't do it enough. And so that's why I wrote it down enough for myself and for you. Thank you. I know Jessica's someone there. You want to make sure that you share, like, for example, last week I shared how somebody paid, and it happens often, and I thank God for it. Somebody booked a service and paid for it, and she funneled through, took it to her calendar. She selected a date. I sent the confirmation. I set the meeting up. I showed up. She didn't show up. I said, okay, this is weird. Somebody paid for a service. Well, that's not weird. Like, people pay for things and things come up. but whatever. So I probably sent her like 3 or 4 emails like, hey, how are you? I'm Tiffany of So Social. You booked a session, you paid for a session, we want to follow through, we want to service you. Like 2.5 weeks later, she emailed me back. She was like, I apologize. And she was like, I'm a physician. I'm in New York. And as you can imagine, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I get it. I was like, I get it, so, but I still had a follow through system. And so I shared that testimonial because, first of all, I was like, I thought it was amazing that she would choose my company during COVID while she's busy to even assist her. So share when you get those testimonials, share those testimonials out because it helps with your brand integrity. Again, it helps with building your brand, building your integrity, building your notoriety. It builds your respect. You want people to know about you through the people that you already served. And that's a very quick way to market what you do. And we don't do it enough. And it's okay. It's okay to wag your tail. A dog that don't wag its own tail is a sorry dog. And so also get in the habit of asking people for their testimonial. It's okay. If you service them, even if it was just a consultation, I don't care if it was a free or paid consultation. If you could tell they loved it, you need to have an email that goes out to them automatically and say, hey, please take a survey for us, or just ask them how was your experience with us, and then have them put it on your Google business page, have them put it on your Facebook business page, have them text it to you, email it to you, and you need to repurpose that and put it out there, put it on your website, put it out there. Like this helps you with your customer service because people are going to be looking to see how you can help them. And most people think of yourself as a buyer. Don't you go look at reviews? We be all on Yelp. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Marriott girl. I don't stay nowhere unless it's Marriott. But I do know that all Marriotts are not created equal because they have different owners. So I go read the reviews. I need to know if this Marriott has comfortable beds before I go spend my, $108 a night. I mean, most of them are closed right now, but y'all get what I'm saying. We love reviews. So, one is to reply quickly. 2, answer their questions. Always be professional. Set hours of operation. Those were the first 4. I'll tag that video for you all to see it. 5, what I just shared with you is to have a community outreach or partnerships, collaborations with other organizations, because that builds your brand presence, your integrity. It builds your network. When we talk about customer service and branding, they go hand in hand. Okay, there are like some amazing, like there is like a group of churches in my area. They have been doing food drives with a nonprofit organization and the police department, and those food drives have been like lines long. I'm talking about they start serving food at 6 a.m., but people in line at 4 a.m. Imagine if that was your company on that flyer. Imagine if that was your company, your volunteers out helping to distribute that food. Your logo on that flyer. Like, I just think that's amazing. So community outreach and partnerships, have a separate email account or a separate system to handle all grievances, all questions, all concerns. And then, praise yourself. Praise what you do. I hope this helps. Please do like, share, and comment. If you have any questions, make sure that you comment below. And if you're not in Club So Social, you need to be. You need to be, because I go more in detail in my Facebook group. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, be social, so social.